So ChatGPT can now create really good images with their new update, and let me just say this changes everything for Facebook advertisers because ChatGPT literally just replaced your entire ad creative process and team for free. So let me break it down. OpenAI just released its new image generation tool and it's built right into ChatGPT, and it's scary good at making good Facebook ad creatives that actually convert. So now we're in ChatGPT and I said this: create this image, a realistic mock-up of a white resealable pouch labeled Snuggle wipes, gentle baby wipes, placed on a white nursery dresser with soft natural daylight, clean minimal branding with a soothing pastel accent, modern packaging design, no background distractions, high resolution. So it came up with this and it looks pretty clean. And then what I did is I said, can you add a baby logo of some sort that looks aesthetic on the packaging? And look at that. This looks like a pretty aesthetic baby wipe. And the last thing I'll just say here is add a label that says all natural and organic. Because if it's organic, you can sell it for more. So we're gonna do that. And with this, let's just pretend this is an actual real product. I'll show you what we can do when it comes to creating ad creatives with ChatGPT. All right, look at that. So in this little spot, I found a perfect spot to actually put that label, all natural and organic. So it did a really good job there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one way you can use this. And one way you can use this is by finding other inspo from other ads and using it with a simple prompt. So what I'm going to do here is before and afters are pretty awesome. So this is the Facebook ad libraries. I just looked up baby wipes, see what came up. So I'm going to take a picture of that. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say create a Facebook ad using this style of ad, us versus them. On the right, show our product Snuggle wipes and show 3 benefits that the competitor doesn't have. Keep the bullet points max 3 words. On the left, add a competitor. Add the competitor. So let's see how good it does at doing this for us. Okay, so what we have to do is, I'm going to say create the image. So it created the copy. I'm going to say create the image for this ad. And so Snuggle wipes, 100% organic, ultra soft touch, skin barrier safe, contains harsh chemicals, strip skin barrier, reduce clot disturbancy. So now it's going to create this ad, and literally in a few seconds, it's going to create an ad that we can actually launch for this product. And while that finishes, let me show you how else we can use this. All right, so you can actually use other ad references and kind of just swap them out, or you can use some type of prompt to give you maybe a mom holding the Snuggle wipes, right? Or, you know, some other type of image that can show the product and highlight its benefits. So I like this one, like this little 99%, you know, we can swap this out, say 100% organic, something like that. Okay, so what I did is I looked up Target and I found this. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and this is going to be used for our next ad creative. So let's go back here and look at that. So we have our Snuggle wipes, and now we have Snuggle wipes, 100% organic, ultra soft touch, skin barrier safe. We have our product here and other wipes on the left. What I would just do is just make sure we have the X's there. But look at that. We have an actual ad that you can run and launch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this image, replace the Pampers in this image with our product Snuggle wipes, and add a box. Let's just see how close this gets if I just say that. So now it's going to go in here, but look at that. Now we have our first ad in a few minutes, and now we can go in here, look at what competitors are running, get some other inspiration, you know, maybe something like this with 20% off with our Snuggle wipes there. Awesome. So I found another ad, Huggies, right? So I actually really like this. So with the baby wearing the Snuggle wipes, we can definitely do something pretty cool here. This one's pretty sweet here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have 4 different types of Snuggle wipes. Maybe one's lavender, maybe one's unscented, right? So now we can get pretty creative here. Look at that. It even looks more aesthetic with the actual pastel color Snuggle wipes. Look how clean that looks. I actually have a 1-year-old, so I would, kind of lean more towards our Snuggle wipes here over this right here. So let's try one more. Let's add the Huggies. Replace the product in this image with our Snuggle wipes. So now we're gonna get one more ad. So now we have 2 really good ads we can launch. No designer, no Slack back and forth for 6 to 8 days with the graphic designer. Just a quick prompt and results. And we can launch so much faster with this method. Now, am I saying fire your creative team? No. But if you're solo, if you're bootstrapping, or if you want to test and iterate a lot faster, this is a secret weapon. But I don't think it will replace your designer. I think this is a tool that your designer must use to iterate faster and come up with some really good ads and really creative ads. So that's actually one thing we're doing at Great Marketing AI. We're actually assigning tasks for our designers to create ads only using AI so we can A/B test. And not only that, our ads are getting even better and better by using AI. So a graphic designer, creative specialist on your team plus AI, that's a super combo. So let's see what we get from that result, and then I'll show you what we can get out of this one. So let's go back here. Oh no, so this is one issue that you will run into with ChatGPT, is that sometimes you'll hit with this content policy part, and it's probably because of the Huggies in there, but it's pretty annoying. And I know there's gonna be a workaround for this by maybe having like a jailbroken ChatGPT, but that is a kind of annoying part. So replace the products in this with our Snuggle wipes. So we'll create this last one and we'll see what we get there. All right, so this got hit with the same issue. It wasn't able to generate. Instead of using the word replace, I'm using the word swap for this next one. I gave it this image and I said, swap the products in this image with our Snuggle wipes and create 4 different flavor styles of Snuggle wipes. And look at that. I guarantee you my wife would buy one of these here. Right, this looks very aesthetic. This looks like a good ad we can launch, and we just use this for inspo and added our Snuggle wipes right in there. So, and then you can always change the text, right? So you could just say, instead of saying glide into comfort, say something else, right? But this is super, super cool. And this is how you can iterate so much faster with your Facebook ads and test a lot more creatives in a lot shorter time. And hey, look, if you want a team of experts to manage and scale your ads all done for you with the power of AI, click the link in the description or head to greatmarketing.ai and book a call with us. We'll build everything from your ads to your funnel to your follow-up sequence, all done for you using the exact same system we use to scale our agency clients. All right, so with that said, make sure to test this tool for yourself, use it to create your next ad, and tell me how it goes.